project, and we do have plans to alter it to use, to maybe extend the project to teens. So that's partly, the result of all this. So if you don't mind, I'd like to call on some of you just to briefly talk about what your impression was, how you found the project. Was it difficult? Was there any one reflection that you really thought, maybe related to the most? So let's start with, I don't know, Artie, would you like to talk anything about, anything about your work? This is Artie's work here. Again, these were created partly in class and partly already done.
Yeah.
So what did you, how did you find the project?
I really found the group process very, very powerful, and I love your teaching, and it was a great experience. We enjoyed coming together every day.
Oh, it was fun, yeah.
Yeah. So the 1 week that we couldn't make it, we had visitors from the West Coast, so we couldn't possibly fit it together, and we were really thinking about the class and working at home. I've done, I was a lot of the time just here, trying to come up with an idea, and that's the part that I enjoy, having other people that I know, that I don't know, doing the same thing with me. And then I just gathered a few postcards that I made over the years. I was thinking about telling it as a story or adding a little note to each one, and then I was like, they kind of tell their own stories. And you can interpret it in different ways.
These are, in case Diane and Liz, I don't know if you've seen some of these. This is Artie's work here.
These colors, I like the way he did that.
Yeah, these are postcards he created, and he bound them with these clips.
Oh, wow!
So that became his book, Artie Pre-Made Postcards. And in terms of, this one says recovery and some self-acceptance. This one says street art, mental health, social justice. A typewriter saved my life 20 years ago.
I brought it here. I brought the typewriter.
Yeah, the typewriter is here. It's an old-style manual typewriter, yeah. In Hebrew and English. Yeah, thank you. Anything else you want?
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks again, and we will definitely be happy to go to more workshops and more events.
Excellent. Thank you. Rachel, you want to start something? This is Rachel's book here. You can see that her scale is a lot different than the other books. So, Rachel, how did you find the project? Were you engaged by it? Were you?
I was challenged.
Challenged? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, as a visual artist, I don't have much experience changing words and concepts into visual words.
Okay.
And of course, I added some words to the page as to sort of more of a poetic description of the idea. Because how do you see words like it's an abstract word without a picture to deal with it? So it was challenging to put a visual to the word, the concept.
I see. So that did the picture come first, or the words? How do we see the
The
words?
picture came first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the words sort of came to me after looking at my drawing. So, it's a short book, but
No, it's fine. It's fine.
and it's like that I can't work at home because I
Right.
get distracted.
Right. Yeah, I didn't expect everyone to do all 12. There were 12 principles in all.
Yeah.
I don't think did anyone do all 12? Do you recall? I might have been the only one. So.
Right.
Okay.
I chose the ones that really
Right.
stood out for me.
Right. Yeah. Can you talk about one of them? I know this is hope. Let's start with the first one. How did hope? Where did the image come from? Did you have that?
Just a thought to me like, what do I see when I hear this hope? For me, hope is like a new start or a promising opportunity.
Okay.
Like the water, the beach the sky behind it, gives me a feeling of peace. And
Okay.
peace brings hope.
Nice, nice, nice. And if you don't mind me reading it,
No, right ahead.
it says, "Hope, the sun on the horizon, gives a new day where anything is possible. Optimism is the only choice in the peaceful glow of morning." So that's her cover.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing.
That's
Cover.
It's just, I like the torn paper, you know,
Yeah.
putting together different pieces of what I get from it. Really nice
Thank
job.
you.
Okay, Diane, you wanna just walk us through your book?
Okay.
Let's see, let me do this like this. Can everybody see it? Dawn? This is her cover, Hope.
Hope,
What
that was before and after,
Okay.
before I got control of my mental illness, which is agoraphobia, why I am not there today.
Oh, wow.
I have a hard time leaving my house, so,
Who is this?
being more,
Diane.
under the medication and therapy, I'm able to
That's
flower again.
Right. Nice. What made you put Hope for the cover? Was that the
Because I think that's the main part of the book,
Okay.
the message.
Okay. Good. Okay. As you move through it, you can see she combined a lot of graphic elements and writing, illustrating. It's such a mix, a beautiful mix of graphic elements. Okay. There's poetry. There's calligraphy, little spot illustrations and color. I like the way each page has like a space between the elements. It kind of brings the whole thing into consistency. I don't know. Tell us about your process. Did the image come first? Did the graphic came first? Are you a designer? Because there's a really great design sense. There's a really great design sense to this. Do you have a background in art or graphics? Because it really comes through. You know, get some of this.
Thank you. I don't, and I'm actually not very, very good at drawing. So that's why I use more graphic things. And every poem in there is written by someone anonymous on the computer, and I really like the one about women because it's sort of about what just happened in the Supreme Court, and that one has the eyes crying, closed eyes, the open eyes. That poem was very powerful for me.
Okay. You mind if I read it?
No, please do.
Okay. To be a woman does not mean to wear a shroud. The feminine is not dead, nor is she sleeping. Angry, yes. Seething, yes. Biding her time, yes, yes. By Anonymous. And that was her honesty element. Okay. Again, I'm so proud of everyone for opening up to the project. I think there's just so much content and the way you interpreted it. I'm very proud of everyone. This is nice. This particular illustration is very nice. Could you talk about amendment and how the graphic forms you think relate to the principle? Or if you don't, you can say no.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. Yeah, well, amendment. Okay, amendment to me is everybody has to live together, and we're leaving a piece of ourselves with each person that we talk to, or an experience that we have with them. So we're all kind of interconnected, and so you can see how I left a bit of the color in one circle into the next circle.
Right.
That's right. Just like to be able to live in peace with each other it's important that we make amends and, fix our relationships and try to get along.
Excellent.
That was the idea.
Great, great.
And I love how you explain the mingling of the colors. You're not losing your identity yourself, but you're becoming part of the people around you in a way. Those boundaries, those limits kind of fuse together in a way. I like
Yeah.
your thinking behind that is nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, as an artist, I think one of the toughest things is to be, doing work, putting yourself into it, and then having no one to show it to. So this is a really great, in general, this project really brought us together, I think, and,
Thank you.
Diane's work really
Thank you
shows.
for doing it for us.
Oh, hey, yeah, my pleasure. It was good for me, and I think, I learned a lot, and, I'm really glad that people, took it to heart. I think it really shows in the work. Can you tell us about your flower? What is the flower, what does it symbolize to you? And
Flowers are my life. Everything I have has flowers on it, even my shirt today. Flowers are just a beautiful part of our world, so I just include them in everything.
Right. Yeah, well, it's really a powerful piece. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's so nice to see it in person.
And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Zoom was beautiful. It's a great tool to have,
Yeah,
but it's much nicer. Thank you for bringing it and making it.
yeah. These will be on display through July. So just so you know, if you have people who you want to come in, feel free to invite them, because it'll be an exhibit that'll be up throughout the month. Well, I guess I'll go next. This was the first, this is what I consider a book, okay? A 12 chapter book, and it's done with a dozen eggs, okay? It's something inspired me when I was in art school. There was a class called Art of the Book, and someone had done something similar. And when you see something that really sticks with you, you can tell that's the power of it. It's an idea, that just you take it in. It's something original, and that's what inspired me. I remembered the idea. As you can see, it was around Easter time. So what I did, the idea for the class was that you pick an egg and open up the reflection, kind of like a fortune cookie, and you didn't know what reflection you were going to get. So the idea was that it was kind of spontaneous. You didn't have a chance to pick up something that you knew you'd easily be able to do. So it was kind of a little nudge to reach outside your comfort zone. Sometime during the class, I realized, why don't we, in order to stay focused, we do the principle together. So with maybe about 8 artists at one point, we all picked one, we read it, and then we spent about a good 20 minutes putting down our ideas. So that became a way to unify everyone. So that's what this was about. Then I became interested in books, because that's my background, that's Brian's background, and I decided, let's push the envelope a little bit. If a book can be a dozen eggs, why can't it be a roll of paper towel? And this is how I related to the topics. Okay. It could have been handwriting. I did write it out by hand, but then I used my computer skills to typeset it, print it out. You can see that there's each one.
Yes, you gotta bring it around.
Oh yeah, sure. This was the.
And
Oh, yeah.
camera's there, sorry.
There it is.
Oh,
This was a scroll. I chose a scroll, which is a book. Goes back ancient days. Parchment and all that. But this is
very cool.
my version of it.
It's cool.
Yeah. I figure if I'm going to teach the class, I better do it myself, to see what, how I can, can't teach something you don't know how to do, really. So this was my cover, okay, have a title, table of contents, and the author name. Okay, that was kind of the idea.
Oh,
So,
Great job.
it has all the elements of a book, right? It doesn't look like a book, but it is. If the artist says it's a book, then it's a book, right? Who's next? Arjay, you're the last. Why don't you, and Jay, sorry.
Fine, Jess.
Um,
Hold it.
you wanna hold it? Let me
Sure.
just be sure that, this is Anjay's cover. Let me just move it around.
So you do it, Jess, that's fine.
Yeah?
You do it, yeah.
Okay. This is her cover, that's a watercolor, right?
That's a watercolor,
Okay.
yeah.
It's, Anjay used a lot of, different techniques, different mediums in her work. So, let's, so how did you find the project in general? Was it?
I found it a little bit healing because, I
Okay.
found it healing because I've been in recovery for 25 years and this made me focus on what I've been working on over the years and,
Okay.
how many different lessons I've learned over the years during my recovery.
Right, right. So you had like, it came more or less, you had a lot to bring to it, right?
I do have a lot of recovery information in my brain. I don't know how to put it down.
Yeah, very cool. That's totally what it was about. So now that you have these, honesty, or humility, how does that relate to humility?
I think humility is my favorite page because when I came to recovery and AA and mental health recovery, I had it's real dark in the middle because that's my ego in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And over the years, working on my issues and making amends and everything, my ego slowly subsided, and I can make amends and say I'm sorry a lot quicker than I used to in the past. And then because of that, I grew and grew and grew and
Uh-huh.
I became a flower.
That's great. Yeah, speechless, what can I say? So that was
That was the most powerful page.
that was
I
the
think.
most powerful, okay.
But then I think my service page is the most powerful too because I did mental health service for 20 years.
Which one was that?
That's the Give Love.
Give love, okay.
For 20 years, I gave people in the mental health system lots of love to help them heal.
Wow.
And I cared and I understood and I listened to them.
Wow, wow. So you received as well as gave, right?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Well,
And my book is called Recovery is Discovery.
Yes.
On the last page.
nice way to end it. Recovery is discovery. That's
wow.
a good slogan.
Great job, NJ.
Yeah, great
You
job.
guys.
Great job. Yeah, so to sum it up, I mean, everyone, I can't say it enough, that, I don't know, Brian, do you want to chime in anything about?
Everything he said.
Yeah.
The class was as meaningful to me as it was to Jesse and all of you, and I'm so glad for that. There were some amazing moments that I saw people working out maybe difficult memories or hard to visualize concepts, and to watch them work it out in drawing or painting as I was sitting here was really an experience for me. And so I'm just grateful that everybody felt comfortable enough to share that in an open setting, a public setting. So thank you all for taking part in it.
Yep. Yeah, any type of illness, I think, when you share everybody else's load, everybody's burden, I think it becomes lighter. Everybody, many hands make light work, but also, carrying around stuff, difficult feelings, difficult, emotions, difficult experiences, when you share it, it becomes better for all of us, so that was the idea of the project, and hopefully we'll do it again, and hopefully we'll reach different audiences, and I hope all of you learned something and just felt better about participating. So That's all I'm gonna say, and thank you all. Thanks to
Thank
Brian.
you.
Thanks to
Thank
Brian.
you, Brian. Thank you, everyone, for coming, showing up, and
And the
sharing.
best part is we can bring this with us and create a book anytime we want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anytime we want, we can create a book of our favorite things or whatever the topic may be.
Yep, yeah, I don't think you need special talent as an artist, as long as you're honest. As long as you can be honest with, with whatever medium you're working with, yourself, the people around you, so, yeah, it's more than a journal. It's like a record, it's a visual record, and, it's, one of the powers of books and bookmaking, so, they're books, but they're also objects of art, that's how I see them. Okay, so, thank you to my brother Brian and my other brother Brian.
Yes,
So,
thank you, Brian.
yeah. So,
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the Hudson River from Beacon, Duck Park. Yep. So that's like the
Yeah,
ways
your
of
book is
the
beautiful.
city of Newburgh.
Thank you very much.
So it's so nice to see it when it was on Zoom. I couldn't, really
I like the pink,
process all of that. Like it's hard through the screen.
a little bit of pink in the
Yeah.
I want to look at it now too.
Oh, yeah.
Can I look? Or?
Yeah, from the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's on display.
One of the things I absolutely love is lights reflected on water. And for some reason, like, I enjoy to paint that or to somehow capture that. Thank you so much. It's my first time doing something in a gallery, yeah?
Just first time. I made some bookmarks over there if you want one.
Did you?
I would love some. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we would love
I
that.
would love that too.
Is it yours?
Thank you.
And then bookmarks like the participants for donations.
Yeah. Oh, I'm okay. Do you need help with that?
No, I mean where do I put it?
Oh, okay. Got it.